Hey, what's up, y'all? Happy Monday to everybody. I hope your work day, wherever you may be, is going well. Mine has been very, very productive. Uh, for example, what I've been doing today is confirming next week's schedule. And next week's schedule, not the one I'm about to show you guys, but the following one is going to be something a little bit different and something kind of exciting, at least I thought it would be for you guys, and I hope it's received as such. So what that exciting thing is we're going to be live streaming through Gen Con. So we made the choice to not attend Gen Con this year for a multitude of reasons, but the biggest of which is the fact that we wanted to be able to live stream that week. And we have partnered up and by partnered, I mean they're just sending us the games. We're not getting paid for these. To where we are going to feature a number of both available games at Gen Con as well as demo games at Gen Con here on Heavy Cardboard all next week during Gen Con. So we're going to be playing through Gen Con, so to speak, for all of y'all and all of everybody that isn't attending Gen Con. So that's what I've been doing all morning today. So hopefully you guys are excited about that. I am. There aren't a ton of very heavy games coming out at Gen Con, obviously, and a lot of the games that are coming out, we've already streamed. But there are a number of midweight and such games that are coming that I'm excited about, and I hope you guys are as well. So that's what's coming next week, but that's not what you guys are here for. You guys are here for this week. So let's go ahead and get started. Starting off Wednesday at noon Eastern, which is 1600 GMT, 1800 CEST. We have our mostly monthly Ask the Elephant. I realized we didn't do one in June. I don't exactly know why. I guess schedule got away from us. That said, we will be hosting one July 24th, this coming Wednesday, so look for that. So if you have questions, that'll be the time to ask them, regardless of what they are, and I will choose to answer them or not, depending on what they are. I'll do the best I can. Then on Friday, here's a game that I never even heard of, that wasn't on my radar even a tiny bit until Saturday. And this is the Shipwreck Arcana. So we're streaming it Friday at noon Eastern, which is 1600 GMT, 1800 CEST, full teach, play, and discussion of this. So I'd never heard of this game. I knew nothing about it, the whole 9 yards. It's essentially a group logic puzzle that's a co-op, but awfully damn clever the way this is done. And I'm not sure. Okay, allow me a tangent. When I was growing up, I spent a lot of time moving and a lot of time on the road doing road trips with my mom or my mom and my biological father, or running from my biological father, whatever. A lot of time on the road. And back then, there were truck stops all over the place. And in these truck stops, they had these little workbooks for kids that had a little marker that was it was an invisible ink marker, and it had all kinds of puzzles and stuff. And as I got older, now there are these puzzle workbooks. Think Sudoku, but a lot more than that. There are variety puzzles, and some of them were logic puzzles. And I really have always, since I was knee-high to a grasshopper, been enamored with them. And this reminded me of that, even though it's very much just a modern day board game version, or card game version, as it were, of that type of logic puzzle. Very clever, very well done. And when we played it Saturday, I was like, I want to show this off on the show. And so here we are. So that's what's coming on Friday. I'm looking forward to this. I think this is going to be something a bit off the beaten path, but after having played it Saturday, I was like, yeah, I really want to show this to folks. So look for that on Friday at noon. And then later on Friday, because, 2 for Friday or something like that, we have Puerto Rico, along with expansions number 1 and number 2, which are the new buildings and the nobles. And Rio Grande Games has recently made available the expansion 1 and 2 for, I don't know, something like 10, $15. So if you're a fan of Puerto Rico and here's a chance to get some expansions. Now, I'll be honest, I've only played Puerto Rico once without the new buildings and the nobles, and that was on Sunday. Jess had never played it. Julie had never played the physical version, so we decided to break that out, and we're going to be streaming that on Friday. So, Friday, July 26th, 1900 Eastern Daylight Time, 2300 GMT, 0100 CEST, sponsored live stream, full teach and playthrough of the age-old classic. And age-old, I think at 18, 19 years old, I think age-old classic pertains here. So that is Puerto Rico and the expansion. All right. So there you go. And then on Saturday, thanks to apparently birthday boy this week, Vincent, we are bringing y'all Planet Steam. Saturday, July 27th at 1500 Eastern Daylight Time. That's 1900 GMT, 2100 CEST. Full teach and playthrough and discussion of the economic, really enjoyable economic game that is Planet Steam. So think Mad Max with dirigibles. Dirigibles? Is that how you say it, right? There you go. Kind of a steampunk economic market manipulation, player-driven market game. Really enjoyable, really cool. Overproduced. It's Fantasy Flight, so there's that, but not in a bad way. There's honestly only one little nitpick I have with the graphic design, which you guys will be seeing. It's going to be a 4-player game on Saturday, so looking forward to that. And a little backstory on this. So Planet Steam was the first game of the Heavy Cardboard Game Group in Denver. We broke off kind of from the game group that we had been playing with because we wanted to do a bit more deeper dives into games instead of always the constant churn. And so we did a game day of the month. And so for a month or 5 weeks, we would play one game every Thursday, I think it was, and Planet Steam was the first one. We played it, and kind of got tired of it, and so I got rid of my copy before the show ever existed. So this is 5+ years ago, and have since, I was like, hey, if I ever get a copy of this, I'll have to bring it to y'all. Well, Vincent had heard me say this previously, brought it to HeavyCon so I could borrow it so we could stream it for you guys, and I'll send it back to him afterwards. So thank you, Vincent. Happy birthday this week. So that I did not know that. So that's an awesome coincidence. So very cool. There we go. All right. So yeah, there you go. That's the schedule for this week. For those asking about, nobody here has asked about it, and it actually is right on the bottom of the screen right now. The podcast will be coming back to y'all on Monday, a week from today. We're going to have a full review of Pipeline. Myself and Greg will be, he will be the guest host for that. We have a couple more episodes lined up. After that, in no particular order, we have Reef Encounter, we have Millennium Blades, we have Ginkopolis, we have PAX Premier, 2nd edition. Yeah, and a couple others, I think, soft scheduled at least. So, speaking of which, if you guys take a look at the soft schedule on heavycardboard.com, the calendar there, that's going to be populated here in the next day or so with the next 6 weeks of content. So look for that there. Other than that, you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will catch you guys at noon Eastern Wednesday for Ask the Elephant. Tell your friends, bring your questions. Let's do this on Wednesday, okay? You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll catch you all then. Take care, everybody.